What's going on, guys? CardMechanic here, and today I'm going to be teaching you a self-working card trick that you can learn and perform right now. Let's do it. Alright, now check this out. For this trick, I'm not really going to need the entire deck, so I'll just take a couple cards, put them right here, and we'll get rid of the rest of the deck. So let's see how many cards these are. So these are 26 cards, and that's actually perfect because that's exactly half the deck. Now I'm going to split these into two piles of 13. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so now there are two piles of 13. Now I'm going to show the spectator one card face up and one card face down. If they want to keep the pair, they say they want to keep it, and I'll put it over to the side. If they want to get rid of it, I'll put it right down here. So, being a spectator, let's say they want to get rid of this pair. They want to get rid of this pair, but they want to keep this pair, so put it over to the side. They want to get rid of this pair, 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 but they want to keep this one, so put it over to the side. Get rid of this pair, get rid of this pair, we'll get rid of this pair, but they want to keep this one, so put it over to the side. And the last pair, the question is, what's the spectator going to do with it? Are they going to put it back here, or are they going to leave it here? Alright, so let's just say they want to leave the pair, and boom, they leave it here. Alright, now check this out. Out of all the cards the spectator left, we'll see that none of them are matching pairs. Right, none of them are matching pairs. However, from the cards the spectator selected, we'll see that these two 5s are matching, these two 7s are matching, and these two 9s are also all matching pairs. Alright, so breaking down this trick, I should probably tell you that this does require a bit of a setup, because if it didn't require a setup, I would have absolutely no idea how this is even possible to be done. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Alright, so now this can be done multiple different ways. I like to use about half the deck, so I like to use 26 cards. Of course, you can go about using the entire deck, but for me it just feels a bit long, and it would just feel like the performer is just dealing cards for such a long time. So I just like to use about half the deck. Right, so where is it? Okay. So I like to use about half the deck. We'll come back to how I set everything up with the rest of the cards in a second. So the way that the deck is set up is that you want the cards, oops, 1 second, yep. You want the cards to be matching 1 to 1. So we have the 3 of clubs, 3 of spades, 7 of clubs, 7 of spades, ace of hearts, ace of diamonds. So you can see each of the cards is matching towards corresponding card. Right, so once you have that determined, I have 13 cards in this pile, 13 cards in this pile, giving me a total of 26 cards. Now once you have that all set up, you want to reverse the order of one of the piles. It really doesn't matter which one. So boom, just reverse the order. And then you want to put one pile on top of the other, and again, it really doesn't matter which pile goes on top and which pile goes on the bottom. Okay, so that's all the setup required on this end. Now of course, since I use only half the deck, I have the other cards with me as well. And if you're using the entire deck, this will not be a problem for you. So I like to go and I like to say, I'm not really going to use the whole deck, and I take the 26 cards I need. And an easy way to recognize this is that you see you have the 9 of diamonds here. That means you're going to stop at its matching pair, which is the 9 of hearts. So the second you see the 9 of hearts, you'll be like, okay, that's my 26 cards. But of course, to the spectator, you want to make it seem very random and that it's not, pre-planned or anything. Then you could toss these cards over to the side. There we go, get them off camera. And you're pretty much set to go. Now, I like to count off these cards in my head, even though I kind of know they're already 26 cards, but just to show the spectator that they are 26 cards and I somehow got perfectly, half the deck. Alright, now once that they're convinced there are 26 cards here, you want to deal them 13 cards down. Like you're saying, you split the deck in half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, one key thing that you may get wrong if you're not paying too close attention, you don't want to count off 13 cards like this, because if you count them off that way, the trick will not work. You want them in reverse. Well, since we started with the reverse order, you want to reverse the cards here, right? So you want them to be matching again. Whereas if you did it the other way, then the cards will be flipped, and that would pretty much ruin the entire trick. So now you have two piles. What do we do now? Now you pretty much do exactly what I did for the performance. You as a spectator, I'm going to show you pairs. You want to keep the pair, I'll put it here. You want to discard the pair, I'll put it here. So let's say they discard, 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 discard. They want to keep this one though. Then discard, they want to keep this one. They want to keep this one. They want to discard, they want to discard, they want to discard, they want to keep this one, and they want to discard. Okay, now the reason I did it exactly this way is there's reasoning behind it. All right, so now as you can see, I have selected 4 pairs, and that means I should have 9 pairs left in here. Now, one thing that you do not want is something like this, because when you have an odd number of pairs here, when I start flipping the cards over like this, around midway, the spectators will see that there is a matching pair. Okay, so if there's an odd number of piles left here and there's an even number of piles here, that means there will be a matching pair in here, and that is something that you do not want. So let me reverse back real quick. Although it really doesn't matter at this point how I'm reversing back. Okay. Right. So you don't want that to happen, but of course then you can still reveal this, and you'll see that all the pairs are matching. All right. So let me actually just reset up, and we'll be right back. All right. So now that we're reset up, right, the cards are in this order. You start off dealing with 13 cards. Right, so now these things should match here, these things should match here. Right, so now you want to tell the spectator that you're going to show them pairs like this, and you want them to select an odd number of pairs. So you can say, I want you to select 3 pairs, or I want you to select 5 pairs. So this way, when they're going through the pile, when they're going through the piles, they know that there are 13 pairs in here. Well, they don't really know what the pairs are, but they know that there are 13. I guess they're pairs, they just don't know their matches, right? So they know that 13 pairs, and they're gonna have to pick 3 of those pairs, or 5 of those pairs, right? So you just wanna make sure they select either 3 or 5, or you can do 1, but just keep it an odd number this way, right? Keep it an odd number. They do all this, right? Now you wanna flip this pile over. I don't think I mentioned that before. You wanna flip this pile over. Boom, like that. Then when you reveal the cards, you'll see that midway through, the cards will not be matching, and you'll be 100% okay on that end. So you show them, none of those cards matched. However, you picked an X number of pairs, which is an odd number. In this case, you picked 3 pairs, and you'll see that they all match with their corresponding mate. And there you go, the magical match. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go check out my Patreon page to help support my channel and get some really, really cool perks while doing it. So I'll put the link to that in the description, and also in the description is a link to all my social media. So go make sure to follow me on there for all my status updates. And all that being said, I will see you in the next video. Welcome to the end screen. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, because subscribing is good. Thanks for watching.